welcome to the BS Fandom Fun Times podcast. Today we're going to be talking about some of the good old red versus blue. So just so you know, we will be spoiling things for anyone not caught up to the season, 16?
I've lost count.
I believe it's 16. I believe it's 16. So there you go. There's your spoiler alert. By the way, I forgot. I am Belle, the B.
And I'm Sophia, the S. As always, we are BS Fandom Fun.
Sorry about that. I forgot. We usually are pretty good about that. This is the fifth episode.
We're just slowly getting drained out as we get closer to midterms.
What's midterms? Anyway, so today we've got not a whole lot to talk about because, again, Red versus Blue, jeez Louise, how many seasons has it been? I believe 16. But if you count the PSAs, it's almost practically 17. Longest running web series, I'm sure still to this day. Man, from 2003 to 2018, you know.
Jeez, that's 15 years in the making.
You didn't know they started in 2003?
No.
That's when Rooster Teeth started through Red versus Blue. Here's your history lesson for the day. Rooster Teeth's first production was Red versus Blue. And because of Red versus Blue and the way they were able to record what was happening on the screen, they then went on to make Let's Plays and stuff. Which is how those came to be. Okay, now we're caught up.
Still trying to find my brain here. No luck yet.
Yeah, Rooster Teeth has done a lot of stuff that's like revolutionary. Very revolutionary company.
At RvB.
Anyway, so here's the question. Are we going to have more seasons? Here's the answer.
Should we?
Should we? That's a different question. Shush your mouth.
Wow, thanks. I feel loved.
First question. Are we going to have more seasons? Answer, yes. I believe so. I'm trying to remember exactly. I believe that there was a post on the Twitter thing. Don't shoot me if I'm wrong, but I believe there is a post on their page on the Rooster Teeth website, which is roosterteeth.com. Go visit it. That said something about there being more seasons. I don't know, but it's possible and probable that there's going to be more. I mean, at this point, why wouldn't you make more? Honestly, I think that's what we're kind of going with at this point.
The plot line has just been so lost.
What plot line?
Okay, but like 9 and 10, you kind of see some sort of story forming. That's what I'm like. Kind of plot line, barely a plot line.
And here's the thing, from what I can remember, Bernie Burns, who is the writer and creator for this for the longest time since it began, and now it's moved on to other people, but he played the voice of Church, R.I.P. Church, finally. I mean,
what?
I only say finally because he dies like 500 times.
Church/Epsilon/Alpha/ I have no idea.
There's literally a video on YouTube about that's like Rooster Teeth, and it has Bernie and Matt Hollum and a bunch of people talking about the show, and Miles Luna and everybody. And they ask, one of the questions is, how many churches are there? And they're like, well, crap, I gotta count. And it's like, it's a weird number. It's like an infinity in there. Like, there's numbers and the infinity sign. Like, it's crazy.
I know Eruption Fang, the YouTuber that I mentioned that did a RvB semblance, also did an RvB video explaining
and
Church.
He also did one where he gave the plot line of Red versus Blue. I did not get. I watched that show at least 4 times.
All the way through. To watch it.
All the way through. I started young. It's okay.
Hey, considering I've almost watched it completely 4 times this year.
Yeah, but you watched the whole of RvB in like 2 weeks, so
5 days.
Oh. Well,
technicality, 5 days.
Whatever.
The first time I watched Red versus Blue, that took me 2 weeks.
Yeah.
All the way through.
Red versus Blue takes a while, but here's the thing. When he, basically what I was trying to say was that when he told me, the Eruption fan guy told me that plotline, I was like, whoa, I didn't catch any of that from when I watched it. There were several things, and now that I'm rewatching it for a 5th time, or at least attempting to, because now I'm like, I know this skip. I'm like trying to not be bored by it because I've watched it so many times. It's one of those things. Like, I can't watch something so many times in a row, or I just get bored of it. I'm like, okay, I've seen it.
I can.
I'm with anything, honestly. Even like Miraculous Ladybug, which I love so much. I can't watch some of the first episodes anymore just because I'm like, okay, I get it. I literally just watch like bits and pieces that I love or that I forgot about or whatever. But that being said, like, I had no idea that Carolina was Church's son. I mean, daughter. She didn't know either.
I think you could feel my eyebrows and my eyes
much
bug out
less.
when you said that.
I didn't realize that she was Tex's daughter. Like,
I kind of already knew that.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing is when I watched it, it went over my head. I didn't acknowledge it.
Wow, I picked up on that. And I was like,
you picked up on several things, and we're not going to mention any of the RvB stuff because this is not a RvB spoiler cast. And it's not a spoiler cast, period. But
for the next RvB episode,
no.
Yes, for the next RvB episode, I'm just gonna say this. I have an idea on Mercury's semblance. And I'm calling it Sparkle Black
Back
Fingers.
to red versus blue. So we're trying to decide, should we have more seasons? So we're getting into that question now.
I need to go back through season 16 before I give a more accurate response, but as of right now, I say no.
I say yes just because at this point, literally you can do anything with the show. I mean, they've made that apparent just by doing everything and anything with this show. Not to mention, they just switched directors. So, I mean, honestly, it's become a thing of who can come up with a new idea for the show kind of a deal, you know? Who's going to be able to write a new show, whatever. Or a new storyline for the show. With the storyline they have right now, I'm trying to remember, but they brought back Doc and O'Malley.
Poor Doc.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, they had Doc in there, whatever, you know, but the fact that they brought back O'Malley out of everybody, I mean, whoa, why? Like, if not to keep going, you know, like...
That is true. O'Malley kind of keeps...
It keeps
the
them relevant.
quote-unquote sinister plotline going.
Yeah. But here's the thing, too, is that the fact that O'Malley exists is just going to be kind of weird, you know, because O'Malley, isn't he a part of church?
He was the Omega AI unit, if I'm remembering correctly.
Something like that?
Yeah.
So that means that church is still alive, technically speaking.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, church is still alive, kind of.
He's somewhere in the multiverse.
So that makes me wonder, though, is there going to be, like, are they going to be able to try to figure out if they can capture O'Malley and Doc? If they can capture O'Malley and get him to cooperate somehow, are they going to try to attempt to bring back church? Like, somehow? Like, I don't know. At this point...
let the poor guy rest in peace. Oh, my God.
Well, and here's the thing, though, is that at this point, that could be a thing that happens. I mean, church has come back so many times. They'd make jokes about it in the show itself. It's not, like, an impossibility for church to come back. If church comes back, I called it, just so you know. If somehow he comes back, I'm the one that called it.
There you go.
All right, so now we're going to have a little debate here of who is the strongest character. Now, when we mean strongest, we do not mean physical strength, because Caboose would win, hands down. Although I will say, there is a bit of a continuity error when it comes to the two Texas and Caboose, because at the beginning, Caboose was like, how are we going to get the tank to flip over? You're just gonna, like, grab it and flip it. And Tex does that, but then she can't carry the bomb, but Caboose can. I don't know. It's just, it's stuff that happens. There's a lot of continuity stuff that happens every once in a while. And you know what? That's fine with how long the show is run. It is fun. But, anyway, those are not the characters we're talking about. We are going to be talking about characters...
Tucker and Griff.
Shut up. You're ruining it.
Fine, you want me to do a more dramatic effect?
No.
Tucker versus Griff.
No, this isn't a rap battle. Shut your mouth.
Rooster Teeth rap battles?
No. Good job.
Rooster Teeth rap battle.
Good job, Jeremy, Julie, on making those. Those are awesome.
Oh my gosh, that was amazing.
Anyway, what I was going to do was be like, we're going to be discussing... No, you shush until I point to you, and then you can speak. So, this is red versus blue, Belle, you're getting right now. Shush your mouth. Okay, so... the strongest character that we're going to be talking about today... No, wait. That's not what I meant. Oh, dang it. Now you messed me up. Girl, I hate you.
I didn't even do anything this time.
You're a butt.
I didn't even do anything this time.
I was on a roll, and then you interrupted me, and now I'm off the roll.
Sounds like a you problem.
Oh my god. Okay, anyway. So, we're not talking about strongest as in brute strength, but we're talking about strongest as in character development. I'm going for Griff, and you are going for...
Tucker.
Thank you. All right. So, here's the deal. I used to believe
Lavernicus.
Wait, what? Did you say Lavernicus?
Lavernicus.
Lavernicus? What?
That's his first name.
No, I thought it was Lavernius.
Never mind.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
tired.
Lavernius Tucker versus Dexter Griff. Okay. So, here's the deal. I used to believe that was a weird... What am I doing?
That look you gave me, too, I was like, whoa.
I was scared. I was, like, genuinely scared. I don't know what my voice is doing. I know I randomly go into accents, but usually it's, like, British, not, like, whatever the heck that was. I'm like, okay. What British. I was trying to say, before I so rudely interrupted my own self... Shush.
British.
Shush. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I used to believe it was Tucker, but now I believe it was Griff. Go ahead and start for me on Tucker. Tucker.
Say it like a moose.
Tucker. Wait, say it what? What'd you say?
Say it like Caboose would.
Like a what?
Like Caboose would.
Oh, like Caboose would. Tucker did it. Tucker did it. Tucker did it. Okay, go.
I wasn't even here.
I wasn't even here. Okay, go. Why Tucker?
Okay, so... I mean, he still relatively stayed the same in a lot of ways as far as his bow chicka bow wow.
Bow chicka bow wow. Bow chicka bow wow. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.
Okay, so she's shutting herself up.
No! That was one of the episodes. At the end of the episode, Tucker wouldn't shut up and Church was like, shut up! Shut up! Shut up!
Our poor viewers.
So anyway, Tucker, you were saying.
He still has his bow chicka bow wow moments, but as Wash, or Agent Washington, was saying, we've noticed that he started to step in with being more of a leader now that Church is gone. Wash tries to step in, tries to take over with what Church is doing, and they're running all the drills, and Tucker's, of course, complaining about all. Yeah, he gets late. He gets quite lazy.
He gets a bit of Griff in him.
I almost wonder if he's the Griff of the blue team.
I think he is. I think that was the point they were trying to make.
Yeah, so...
He's still his own character, but he's also the Griff of the blue team.
Yeah, he's just more bow chicka bow wow than Griff is. Griff is just flat out lazy.
Yeah, Griff's like, I don't want to move. I built a snowman.
I built a snowman in the desert.
I built a snowman.
That just cracked me up how that actually worked.
I know, but it didn't because it melted. And so it was just like, found you. Ah, crap.
But the fact that he even got snow and was able to build it for a little while.
He did it underground too. It was just like a snowman. Anyway.
Like I said, he turns more into a leadership. He goes more into the leadership position. And he starts kind of helping Wash run Blue Team a little bit more efficiently than it has before. Just efficiently. They're still the one mess of a team. They all are. Oh, come on. You can't deny it.
Okay, are you done yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just going to go with he's developed into a good leader.
So I'm going to agree with you in that he has developed a lot. And I will say this for most of the characters, and I'm specifying most. That was a word. Because, like, I don't feel like characters like Donut or really even Simmons have really done much. I'm not saying they haven't developed at all, but they haven't done much developing, which is, again, another reason why we could have another season, is to develop those characters that haven't quite gotten there yet. So, Griff. Okay, so here's the deal. Griff, for the whole lot of the whole thing, is being a lazy butt and not a team player. Shut your mouth. I was quiet. Now you be quiet. I bipped your nose. Don't know why I did, but I did. It was my way of saying shut your mouth. It was my nice way of saying shut up. So, man, I haven't said shut up this much since I was like 10. My friends wouldn't stop talking to me. Anyway, so Griff, he's lazy. He's not a team player. He tends to not even want to be in the army anymore. Throughout even the beginning, he's like, "Are they sending us home yet?" You know, and the whole thing. So it seems like, and he stays pretty much those three things throughout the whole deal, until we get to the whole Wilson thing in season 15. With all his, what were they, basketballs or volleyballs? I don't remember. I think they were volleyballs. Of his teammates. And he was very much alone. He was trying to keep being himself, and that he was trying to not be a team player, and he was trying to keep being lazy. But he was losing his mind because his friends were gone, and he didn't realize before how much he needed them. And that, honestly, right there is the biggest, like, thing that we see any of the characters go through, in my opinion. And here is why. Because Tucker, from the beginning, is shown that he can be a leader. He's not shown to want to be a leader. In fact, he's not shown he wants to be a leader ever. But he is shown that he has the ability to be a leader at the beginning, because as soon as Church dies, who's left to run the army but Tucker? Because let's face it, Caboose is not going to be the one. Yes, Church does come back and start running it again, but at the same time, and while Tucker is very happy to laze back and let him do it, there are so many moments that I saw that were just like, okay, Tucker kind of took charge here a little bit, or Tucker was more in charge than not. And when you're saying, the reason, in my opinion, that Washington saw that he was becoming a leader in that moment might have just been because Tucker was finally actually allowing himself to be the leader. Griff, however, we don't see that change. We don't see that similarity throughout the whole thing. He's not the whole time going, gosh, I love my friends or anything like that. He realizes in a moment, I miss my friends. I actually want to stay. There's a change. There's a giant change where he wants to be with his teammates, but he's not a team player character. And even when we go back to season 16, or forward, I should say, to season 16, he tries to revert back to the way that he was. And he's like, no, we are going out for pizza, and that is final. Don't call it an adventure. It's not an adventure. It's just going for pizza. Like, he is freaking out because he doesn't want to do anything else anymore. He knows that he's going to stick with his teammates now because he knows he can't separate from them. And yet, when the time comes, he does get separated from them. He has to find them, basically, throughout time and space. But here's the deal. He claims that he's going to stay where there is pizza forever. That's what he says. He says, I'm going to stay here. I'm not going to bother going back. But what does he do? What does he end up doing in the end? He goes back. And yes, you may argue, well, it's because the little, I'm sorry, I don't remember her name right now, but the little light creature.
Sparkle Girl.
Yeah, rip in peace. She died. Anyway.
What?
You don't remember?
No!
She got, thrown into some black hole or something.
I need to rewatch it.
Yeah, clearly. Anyway, she convinces him. She's the one that convinces him, well, if you'll go back with me this time to, the whole of the rest of the episodes, he's not one to allow himself to be convinced to do anything. He doesn't care what it is. If he doesn't want to do it, he's stubborn. He's not going to do it. And that's something Tucker and him have in common for the most part, I will say.
Yeah.
Is that they're very stubborn. And when it comes to not wanting to do something, severely not wanting to do something, they're not going to do it. So if Griff is really trying to go back to his normal self or whatever and trying to just be like, nope, I'm not a team player. I'm not going to go find them. Whatever, he would have done what he had been doing, which was not moving. But he didn't. So the thing that I'm saying he developed is not leadership and not any of that stuff, but he developed a connection. And I think that was the big thing for him, because he went from not a team player, too lazy to do anything, to not wanting to do stuff, but he would do them if it was for finding his friends and finding his team. So he went from not a team player to a team player, etc. So, got a rebuttal?
I'm thinking back to that one episode I can remember from 16 where he's with Doc, and he has a friend with him. He's like, now I can make my pizza, and then Doc just totally ruins the pizza.
And
how could you ruin pizza? And Griff is just totally devastated, and we're just sitting laughing at him for a good 2 minutes.
Yeah. Oh man. But yeah, and oh man, I feel bad for Doc. Both.
Maybe Doc is the strongest character development.
No. But Doc and Donut, both of them, I just feel bad for them because they're always so side ditch. I almost understand Doc because he did come later in the season for the first one. He wasn't one of the first characters introduced. But Donut was one of the very first characters.
He was the rookie.
Yeah.
Light as shred.
I mean, Tex, for Pete's sake, Tex has more attention than both Doc and Donut combined.
Because she can end their lives in a minute.
Well, even still. She's gone now, and she still has more attention if you think about it.
Yeah, she got really, really involved. She kind of took over a lot for Blue Team.
And did you let her... Oh, wait.
Donut is just kind of...
And what did you do? Let her get involved. And not just a little involved. How much involved? Very, very involved. Okay. So
I can't think of any other Tucker stuff right now.
Well, and here's what we're gonna do.
Moment that when sister roasted him, kind of.
All right. Yeah. Oh,
but
yeah.
I can't remember that dialogue.
That whole
very
thing
well.
with Sister and Tucker, that honestly was a little weird. But again, another reason for another season. Dang it! I rhymed. Gosh, dang it!
You make that sound like it's a bad thing.
Well, I didn't mean to. That's why. Okay, so in the comments below, let us know who you are on board with. Are you for Team Griff? Or Team It's His Fault?
Tucker did it.
Okay, now we're going to talk about who our favorite character is. I know you were excited for that, but wait. My favorite character has and always will be Caboose and Donut. Those are my favorites because they're so precious, especially Caboose.
Caboose has my heart for Blue Team all the way.
Who's your favorite characters though?
Sarge cracks me up too.
Sarge.
The fact that when they ask for his first name, and he's like, "My name is Sarge." Sarge.
I'm like 20 years old or whatever. He's like 19, 20. Sometimes he's like younger than that. I don't know what he's doing at this age. Maybe he got so old that now he's like going backwards in his age.
Oh my gosh. It's Sheila.
Sheila! No! Or Sheila, come back to me. I made you a muffin. So now that we're already doing it, let's talk about Caboose because Caboose is Caboose.
And Lopez
I love
too.
Caboose.
I love Lopez too. Just because I'm able to understand the Spanish and I know most of it is Google translated, I can understand what Lopez says most of the time because robot Spanish is a little bit difficult to understand.
You know who plays Lopez? At least for the longest time. I don't know if he still does, but
Siri?
No.
I'm kidding. Who?
Bernie.
Huh.
You can hear it. Okay, anyway, so now let's talk about Caboose because Caboose is Caboose and we love Caboose.
My name is Michael J. Caboose
and I hate taxes.
It's Texas, you idiot.
That too. Why would you clap? And like into the mic too. What is wrong with you?
I'm sorry, I got excited.
Yeah, clap over here. We're over there. Thank you. Not in the mic. Jeez. Talk about making the mic be. Jeez. Okay. So I pulled up, just because I had to, a list of Caboose's lines. And I love all of them.
Nap time. It's my favorite time before food time. And then comes food nap time, the best time of them all.
I love this one right here, where Tex goes, he's been fortifying his defenses for a few days now, and he's got some help. One of those religious nuts you guys picked up. Oh, I like them. They were funny, Tucker. Caboose, they tried to kill you because of a flag. I try not to remember the bad things about people. That's all they try to do. There are no good things. That's okay. I have a really bad memory. Wow, look, a beach! Shut up. Also, that's like...
You also have hot dogs in a blanket.
What?
I don't know what to say. Are you hungry, Tucker? Are you hungry? Are you cold? What? No. Do you need a blanket? Tucker, do you want me to get some hot dogs in a blanket? Dang it, Caboose, no, I'm not cold. I don't
want a hot dog, and if you put mustard in my sheets again, I'm gonna kill you!
Crunch Bite is the healer?
What? Where are you reading that?
Tucker is the fighter, Crunchbite is the healer, and I am the powerful and intelligent wizard.
Oh, yeah. So when they're about to go on their adventure, Tucker's like...
The pizza adventure?
Tucker's the fighter, Crunchbite is the healer, and I am the powerful and intelligent wizard, Morphomex. And then Andy goes, what does that make me? And Caboose is like, you're the good-looking and stealthy archer. Andy's the bomb.
Yeah, I know Andy's the bomb.
You looks confused.
No, I was reading something
else. A bow and arrow? I don't have any arms, you moron! That is what makes you so stealthy. This is gonna be the best party ever. I'm gonna die. I just skipped the curse words. You, change them.
I use alternate words.
Yeah, I just skip them.
Yoink. Angie? What happened to you? Quick, before they come back, take a hole and bury me, please. Andy, you turned into a real boy.
I love the one where Church and Caboose are talking. It's like Church is like, hey, you don't think that sword's making him sick, do you? Caboose is like, I don't see how. It hasn't sneezed once. Church, we don't know anything about it, though. Maybe it runs on radiation and it's poisoning him. Or maybe it runs on solar power. Why would solar power make him sick? Is he a Republican? Oh my gosh.
I just love how we're reciting these quotes.
I can fly! Jumps off large rock shouting, I am flying! Ow! The sky is really hard.
Church,
if
I die, I want you to have my orange juice.
Shut up, Caboose. My body is trying to die. Shut up, Caboose. If I've been bitten, does that mean I will turn into one of them? Shut up, Caboose. Blarg.
Shut up, Caboose.
Oh no, don't let me turn. Don't leave me with the horrible doctor.
Oh, shut up, Caboose.
Now he's cursing at me. Okay, before we go crazy and drive y'all all insane with our Cabooseisms, we're gonna go ahead and end this episode off right here. So that is it for today's BS Fandom Fun Times. We'll see about coming back to Red versus Blue because there isn't a whole lot of theorizing and talking about that we can really do right now until the next episode comes out, of course, which, let's face it, it's gonna happen. But I will say this before I leave. Or before we leave, I mean. This is our show. Please don't kill me. Anyway.
Shut up, Caboose.
I'm sorry.
Tucker did it.
Tucker did it. I wasn't even in this episode.
Yes, he was.
What?
I have no idea what's happening. We're sleep deprived.
What sleep? So anyway, I'll leave it off with, I do hope they bring back some more PSAs because the PSAs are good and I enjoy
PSAs
those.
are hilarious.
And no matter what, season or no season, give me some PSAs and I'll be happy. Alright, with that, we will say
RvB Chibi.
Oh gosh, yes! Oh my god, sorry. Oh my gosh, yes! That needs to happen. Okay.
Rooster Teeth, if you watch this, please make RvB
Red versus Blue Chibi.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. That way you can keep making it without having to make weird season ideas and storylines that make no sense. Anyway, so...
Isn't that what happens with Chibi, though?
No, because Chibis are just like little episodes that can be canon, but they don't have to be.
What if the PSAs are their way of doing Chibis?
Hey, I'll take it. But I would also... Because, you know, Caboose's... Sorry, I know I said we were going to stop. You know, Caboose's, what's it called? His little Caboose's guides to stuff like that, you know?
Yeah.
His guide to finding a home, his guide to finding a home was so sad. I was like, oh! And his guide to making a friend was so sad. Caboose's guides are sad. But I love him, so that's why it's so sad. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then just like
Kittens
moments.
on spikes.
Kittens on spikes, kittens on spikes. Just like hyperventilate the kittens on spikes, kittens on spikes. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Okay, before I die, I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode off. Like I was saying, we might not come back to Red vs. Blue until another thing comes out. We don't know, just because there's not a whole lot to talk about for Red vs. Blue other than what we've talked about today. If you, however, come up with any ideas or anything you want to get our opinions on for any fandom that you think of, whether or not we've seen it or not, we might watch it because, frankly, I'm out of fandoms right now until more episodes of the stuff that I'm in come out.
Please leave in the comments below fandoms that you think we should get involved in.
And this is for any time, any place, anywhere. Just let us know.
Hit that subscribe button, and because we're not on SoundCloud anymore, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, we just moved from SoundCloud. So if you're wondering why the miraculous episodes are the RvB ones are fine, but the miraculous episodes, if you're wondering why, just look in the towels, whatever you call it, the little description box. It'll explain. We recorded that during the time, but we posted it to SoundCloud because we weren't, thinking, and we didn't do a lot of research. We thought SoundCloud would be fine.
Yeah.
Turns out I gotta pay for that, so we're broke college students. That's not gonna happen. So, yeah, that's the basic of it. Y'all enjoy your times. Rewatch some Red vs. Blue. Watch some Miraculous. Watch some RvB. Tell us what you think. Tell us in the comments any other fandoms, who your favorite characters are, and tell us who wins, Tucker or Griff.
Clearly you. I didn't have my stuff together.
Hey, that's just because I thought about it like 2 seconds more than you did. All right, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you for joining us on another
Hit
BS.
that like and
shut your
click
mouth.
Subscribe.
Shush. Thank you for joining us for another BS Fandom Fun Times podcast. We will see you all next time. Fare thee well.
Bye-bye, everybody.